Play of the game.
Heroes never die.
Free tune. Yeah. All of my youngest, some savages running your trap, hit you up with them packages. Rob you for bricks, finesse you for pounds. Fuck all that talking, they laying you down. Gotta teach niggas about playing.
Hey guys, Bone here, and if you've not heard of what Overwatch is, I honestly feel a little bad for you because it's one of the best games I've played recently. If you've noticed, I've had less Counter-Strike content on my channel, and that's because I've been just enjoying playing Overwatch so much more. There's a lack of hackers in there, and that is a good lack, a fantastic lack. And in Counter-Strike, it pretty much means I'm on my Smurf accounts most of the time because I don't want to deal with the hackers on my main. Anyway, so I've been playing a lot of Overwatch and finding the characters I like the most and I think that are the best for my playstyle, and one of my favorites is what you're seeing now. Now, the game that you actually are seeing right now, we actually managed to clutch it with the payload for about 30 seconds, 3.11 meters from the final point, and we just managed to keep it off there with just a variety of team aspects, and I will go over that in this game on why I enjoy Overwatch so much as a team game. Also, there are some flaws in the whole system too. But Overwatch, if you do know, is a very team-oriented, or is meant to be a very team-oriented. And, well, we don't see that much team gameplay unless you're doing a dedicated 5-man or a dedicated team, because there's a lack of microphones. Like, in most of the games I play, there's nobody. I'm trying to get a squad together right now who has microphones, and if you see in the top left corner, you see Mad B. He's the only other guy I've really met in Overwatch who's had a microphone and who's used it well. I thought that was hilarious how I launched that giant-ass thing way up in the air. But, so if Blizzard really wants this to be a competitive scene sport and be a professional esport and all that, I don't see how they're going to be able to do it with this lack of microphones. Now, I know the pro scene will have microphones, of course, that's probably provided, but the fact that we don't have microphones in the casual gameplay, in Counter-Strike, everyone has a microphone almost. The people who don't, either don't want to talk, or legitimately don't have a microphone. I can really English quite well today, apparently. But let's not moving on. Let's move on to another part of the team aspect that this game requires. And that's pretty much like doing attacks all together. Because if you have ever been in a game where your team dies all at slightly different times, of course, and you see that they basically go in one by one and they get picked off, and your team basically ends up losing every time because they don't coordinate their assaults. And that's really, really annoying, actually, and that's why we need a lot more voice communication. Of course, Blizzard has done what they could to implement a voice comm thing, a VoIP thing, built in by pressing your P key, but I don't see people utilizing it to its potential. Like, if you notice in Counter-Strike, games where you have communication are a lot better, and games where you don't have communication are just terrible. I really don't know why we have this lack of communication in Overwatch. I find this game is so much better with people calling out, oh, Bastion's turret's top left, because I don't know if there's callouts for these maps. I really am still learning the maps. I'm only level 13, and you may say, oh, that's a lot. It's actually pretty easy to rank up in this game. Basically, play with friends, and you get bonus with bonus XP. That's it. But, so if you've noticed and ever played Overwatch, there's an extreme lack of communication in these games. And the reason we won this one is Mad B and myself were the only ones communicating, but I know that this kind of prompted me to at least do more callouts, because I was able to call out, oh, Bastion is up top left, and then we got a Widowmaker bottom right, and if you see on this map, bottom right corner is actually a little area where Widowmaker would actually get me later on in the video, or maybe got me already. But just being able to hold them off the point for that 30 seconds, that 3 meters off the point, was insanely satisfying. And that's the moments I love about Overwatch, but what puts me off of it is this lack of communication. Now, it's not a game-breaking lack, because you can very easily do everything without communication in this game, but it is a very good aid to it. Teams that have communication versus teams that don't really do a lot better, and I think that this really benefited my team in this case. Now I've started to queue with Mad B, and we've actually been communicating quite a bit, and it's been a lot more entertaining lately since I've been teaming with him. But overall, I think Overwatch is one of the best games I've played in a long time. It's gonna get me away from Counter-Strike for a while, because I'm enjoying it so much more than Counter-Strike. It's much more relaxing. It is a very headshot-based game, where you end up getting headshotted by Widowmaker or McCree a lot, and it just does a huge amount of damage, but it is still all the more worth my time, because I just find a lot more entertainment in it. Because I play games for entertaining aspects. Now, let's move on to this little guy here. So much fun to play with. His tire is just so much fun to just run into a group of people, and you can just cause so much hell. But you have to know when to use the C4. You can use it to jump up on things, and also just damage other members, like other enemies. And it's just so much fun. You can just lob it in there, get some entry points, or entry damage, go in there with your cannon and blast them. But that's pretty much wraps that up for this video. We ended up clutching this round somehow. So much fun. But anyway, guys, I'd like to hear how you are enjoying Overwatch. And if you don't have Overwatch, do you plan for it? Anyway, guys, happy gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one.